my fellow followers. We're back at it. We got Kyle, the driver, the man, the owner.
Yeah, I'm just the guy in the helmet.
Shut up. Oh. And we got old cheddar cheese in the trailer. Headed to Mountain View for the 7th points race of the season. The 7th and last, my bad. We're gonna see how it hangs. You know, found a couple of issues with the car this week. Well, last weekend when we raced. Found a couple of issues, but I think that it's fixed now. We'll know when we actually get to hit the track. Had to do a very exclusive change of things that was going to wind up hurting us. So I think we got that ironed out. But like I said, we'll know later on. So yeah, I've heard a lot of people saying they're going to be here today. Excuse me. What that was, I guess Mexican wing. I don't really know. But anyways, yeah, it's 7th points race. I'm really hoping there's a lot of cars here tonight. I want to end the season with a big note. I want to see a lot of guys to end the season. We're not ending the season. We'll be here the last 2 races, but for most people, this is the last race of the season for them. So just hope everybody shows up and shows out. So we're gonna get up here to the track, unload cheddar, get it through tech, get Kyle signed in, and we'll see you in hot laps. Stay tuned.
We're here at Mountain View Raceway in Spring City. It is the last points race for the season. They are about to hot lap qualify. Just give you guys a quick view of the track. It's a little rough tonight, so Hunter says we got the wrong setup, but we'll see how it works.
Yeah, I think there's 16 cars.
17.
Correction, 17 cars here tonight. Open wheels, not just total. And we're about to go out for hot lap qualifying. We'll see how it goes, you know? They sent out 6. Somehow we ended up with 5. I didn't see the one guy pull off. But we're second right now. Still a bunch of fast guys left, so we'll see how it goes. Stay through.
That's the end of qualifying. And we're in third.
What's our third? The car was set up completely wrong. Again. I know, I honestly, at this point, y'all probably like, bull crap, the car ain't set up wrong. It really is. Bars are everywhere. Not the right spot for this slickness. So, roll up third. That's not.
You're gonna start third, bud.
Yeah, we'll see how this goes.
couple of minutes and then went over there with everybody else, and now we're just gonna see if anything's hurt, see if we can do anything to help him while they're getting these two untangled. But it seems that both the drivers are okay. They both waved and said that they were okay. So we'll let you know what happens in just a minute as soon as we figure out what's going on.
We're good. Little metal work, but nothing bad. So we'll get it fixed. And they went from 17 to 4 laps, so we're still 4th. See how it goes.
Well, there you have it. We had only made it 3 laps, and I guess with all the cautions and taking up so much time, they've cut us down to 4 laps left. So we'll see how the car looks when he gets it off the track, and hopefully we can finish in the next 4 laps. And hopefully there's not another collision like that, but I don't know how he does it every time and miss them. But I mean, not every time. We've had our fair share of catastrophes, but he missed it. He missed it back good. So looks like they're getting the 2 cars apart now. Actually lifted off the other one, so they're able to see the driver, and it seems like he's doing okay. So we'll be back with you as soon as I get lined up and get ready to go again. It looks like the 7D is at fault for the caution. I don't know. There were so many cars tangled up, but they've moved Kyle up to 3rd to start, so they're getting lined back up, and here we go.
Guys, I'm sorry. it just didn't want to happen tonight. We only raced 4 laps out of a 20-lap feature. Got ran all over, but whatever. Yeah, I guess you can't beat them, run through them. Whatever.
Well, like he said, it's supposed to be 20 laps. We ended up running 4. There's lots of cautions and lots of beating and banging, and it is what it is. We ended up with 3rd. That's just how it goes some nights. So we'll see what Kyle's got to say when he gets over here. And see you in a minute.
That was fun. Yeah, it was.
I don't have a lot of nice things to say, so I'm not gonna say anything.
That's fine.
That's where I'm putting it.
Alright.
Welcome back, guys and gals. So just to start this off before we get into kind of a recap. We're in the shop again doing an outro. We was going to change it up a little bit and do an outro at the racetrack, but as you've seen in the video, a lot of stuff went on. We just wasn't in the right headspace to do that, so we
Opted out.
Yep. So we took today. We just had a really good family night tonight. Enjoyed it with Kyle, Sasha, and the girls.
Had some marshmallows, made some s'mores, roasted some hot dogs. Spent about 3 hours by the fire, so
A lot
that
of laughs.
unwound us enough that we're good to do this.
Yep.
So just like he said, wasn't in the right mindset to even talk after the race. So a bunch of cautions, you've seen it in the video. The track was slick in spots and tacky in spots, so seen a lot of really good drivers have some issues, and it would bite you, and it was deceiving as far as what the track would take, where it would take it, and when it would take it. So just screw ups. I mean, that's all it was. Quite a few of us messed up. Other things went on, but out of 45 minutes of racing, we had 4 laps.
Only completed 4 laps.
4 laps. So they called the race. We finished where we were at when the caution came up, and we got 3rd.
Top
so
3.
we started 3rd and finished 3rd. If the race would have went on, I think we would have. I think we could have took that one. Finally straightened the car out engine wise. Figured out that I had it way too rich. That's where my oil heating issue was coming from. I mean, it was on it. So we have basically 2 wheels to buy. One is usable, but it will be a spare only. The other one is ruined. My back bumper's ruined. My door bar's ruined. Bunch of sheet metal damage. I'm just gonna pot rivet most of it back together because we just have 2 races left. And the trick or treat one, other than fan appreciation, is probably my favorite thing, especially with October being Breast Cancer Awareness Month. J2 printed me off a breast cancer ribbon that we put on the roof of the car last night. So it's a big month for us when it comes to that cause. We changed the wrap up previously a couple of times for that, but it just wasn't in the cards for this year, so we put a ribbon on the roof. The trick or treat deal coming up at the end of the month, like I said, that's a very fun thing for the kids and families to get to come meet us again. It's kind of a double treat at the end of the year, so we look forward to that. we're going to assess the car. I know I need 2 wheels. I know I need a back bumper. I really got to look at the right rear. I got to check the hub. I got to check a couple of suspension parts because I took a really hard lick running over the front of another car during one of those cautions that I had. I tried my hardest to dodge, and I couldn't. And then got hit in the rear end and knocked up over that car, and then unfortunately a buddy got caught up and drove up into the window of another car. We were on the gas, and a guy lost it in front of us, and we were all right on each other we were all fixing to make moves, and it was a bad time for that to happen. So luckily nobody was injured. A couple cars got tore up. Like I said, it messed our car up pretty good on the right side. Had another incident happen at the very end of the race, you could say. Spun me around, messed my door up, messed my door bar up, got my wheel cover, messed the tire up, but we'll get all that fixed and get it checked out here in a few days. I'm just going to leave the car in the trailer for the next few days and do some things in here in the shop and get it straightened back up, and probably take my shocks up to PPM, especially my right rear shock, have it checked. Being 4 foot off the ground and landing is never a good thing for a shock. That's not what they're intended to do. So get a hold of Randy, drop that off, have it checked in the next week or two. Call Noonan and get a few wheel covers. I have to give a shout out to them. Their wheel covers have saved my butt this year.
A lot.
I decided to put them on all 4 corners instead of just on the right side because of the things that happened to me seem to be in my back wheels all the time. So this saved the wheel. An expensive wheel. So,
And if you don't know where that came from, go back 2 videos before this one. You'll see it fly 80 feet up in the air.
yeah.
Really fast. So go ahead and check that out.
But Noonan makes a really, really good wheel cover. They sponsored us this year. I think this will be
It's the 4th one.
4th rear one.
This is the 4th rear one in 3 races.
But they're better than the other brands. I've ran a couple of wheel covers off the other brands, and I have them up on the wall. They don't take abuse, but like I said, this saved a $190 wheel, and I appreciate these guys. They have a very good product. I'll continue to use them because, like I said, they've saved my butt. So I'll get a hold of them tomorrow. I will call Speedway tomorrow and order a couple of wheels, and then I'll get a hold of Lightning and get a back bumper, and probably just want to go ahead and order a couple of right rear suspension parts to have as spares in case these are bent. Go from there. So in 2 weeks we will have just a regular weekend race, and then the following weekend is
The finale.
season finale trick or treat deal. So this coming weekend, our video will be us in the shop checking out that car, making sure everything's good. I mean, won't be an exciting weekend this coming weekend, but also I had an oil issue, and some of it was due to my motor being way too rich. But I swapped over to Daytona 1, and I'll probably continue to use that because during hot laps with the other oil that I used, it would heat up very hot very fast. And sometimes it's hard to read a plug after you've idled, it seems like a quarter of a mile from one side of the racetrack to where you park. So plug reading's kind of hard to do. You don't know if it's lean or rich because of the overlap in my cam. It kind of fouls my plugs at idle sometimes. So once I figured out those jets and changed to this oil after, let's see, hang on, let me put this in here. Put the oil in before I went to the racetrack, run around hot lapping after idling for like 20 minutes in staging. Made 5 laps, oil heated up really quick, temperature climbed faster than it should have, and I went through the trouble of building a fan shroud. Couldn't find one that they offered that would fit the offset on the radiator that I have. So we built a fan shroud. That didn't even try to cool it down. So come back after hot lap qualifying and changed jets. Went back out for the feature. Car run cooler than it's ever ran. It actually tried to get too cool on me whenever we were sitting there during the red flag, and my oil temperature stayed way down. So I contribute quite a bit of that to that oil, and it's a Daytona 1, the crate oil.
It's a 540. It's made for, it says on the label it's for crate oil, but it's really just for performance engines overall.
They advertise 602, 604, and CT525.
Yep.
Well, the common factor in all that is hydraulic lifters.
Yep.
So I still have a hydraulic lifter engine. Didn't have any lifter noise. Like, it took care of all the issues I had. So shout out to those guys. I will definitely continue to use their product. The owner said once I swapped to it, I'd never swap back, and he stood behind his stuff. So he was right. It's a good quality oil. It is a little expensive, but you don't have to change it as often, so it almost balances out. But a safety net that it gives you compared to what I was running, I'm fine with it. You can get it at PPM, but I don't know what else to say. Like, it was just a crazy night.
Yep.
And had some good things come from it. Got to give a big shout to Robbie Reagan. Robbie's a good buddy of mine. He came down and kind of watched over us and helped us with an issue or two that we were having and got us straightened out. He's way more familiar with the chassis that I have than I am. So now we've got our little loose ends buttoned up, and we appreciate his help, and we're in a better direction than we were. So we got another top 3. Since we lined the car out from the issues that we had when we put it together, I've been out of the top 3 once. Twice.
The first time that was out of the top 3 was the first time that the car was lined out, and we got 10th in the Cumberland Plateau Series.
Yeah, but I was counting after that. 10th out of some of the baddest dudes in the Southeast and Kentucky and a few other places. I'm tickled to death with that, because we were above the middle of the field.
And a lot of guys that have won down here was we outran them.
Yeah.
Like, it was just it was a good night. But after the Cumberland race, we've only been outside the top 3 once, and that was last week. We got 4th.
Yeah.
Well, not this last week, but the week before, which y'all watched it, we got 4th. And I mean, we could have. It was a close race. Like, second and third was there. But
And those other times, I could have roughed my way into second or first.
Yeah.
But that's not what I do. I like to get them the right way, and I don't like to bully my way farther than where I'm at. So, but I'm still tickled with the show, and I'm tickled with the car.
been a rough season, but I feel like we're ending it very strong.
Oh yeah, we've definitely made up for my bad decisions at the beginning of the year to change so much. So next year, we're going to hit it really hard. I'm not for sure what we're going to do. So we'll touch on this over the winter time, but I don't know where we're going to stay racing. I don't know what we're going to do as far as points. I don't know if we're going to chase a series. I'm not for sure what we're going to do. It all depends on what some of these tracks around here do, because a couple that we like racing at, they're poorly managed, and I'm not going to say who they are, but they're just poorly managed. And we plan and plan and plan to go do these races, and then they don't have them. So we're not for sure what we're doing, where we're going, how it's going to work. But
We do have some big announcements at the end to beginning of next year.
in the beginning of next
End of this year, beginning of next year. We have some very big announcements. We'll touch on that closer to that time, but we have already got stuff lined up for next year. And we can't wait to bring that to light for y'all. Super excited. We're really just wanting to finish these last 2 races out very strong, continue our deal, and then head very strong into the off season and get set up for next year.
And I just want to touch on this right now too. So sponsor wise, we already have a couple that are wanting to be on board next year.
Yep.
They reached out to me, and I mean, that's an honor in itself. You know, I always hand out a packet. So after the season is over with, I will hand out a sponsor packet that will give them up prices, and I got to figure out who's going to stay with us. If anybody's going to, you know, do something different, and see if how many spots or if I have any more spots left. Because if the 2 that has reached out to us hop on with us, I'm almost already filled completely up. Like I've even
The only thing we ain't got sold is the windshield so far.
so, but I mean, I can move a few things around, but I'm really, you know, I don't even know how to say it. I'm almost sponsored out, and I mean that's a good problem to have. But we'll touch into that later, and we'll tell you about those guys towards the first of the year.
Malfunction.
Technical difficulties again. Like I said, I try to do my advertising throughout the end of the year. Try to give everybody their money's worth for helping us out. So, also want to say thank you to the 2 boys that came up to me after the races. I think Hunter was going to turn transponder in, and they wanted me to write down my YouTube because they wanted to watch it. So I gave them some hero cards. On the bottom of my hero card, it has Shad Motorsports YouTube. So they said they were going to check it out and watch us, and they enjoyed meeting us. So it's cool that half the people that come up to us are little kids, and I looked up to a lot of race car drivers when I was little, and it's cool being able to be the person that somebody else looks up to. So that's why acting like an idiot at the racetrack and fighting and all that stuff is not something that needs to be done. Like they tell you in the driver's meeting, if you want to be an idiot and fight, and do it down by the road. Don't do it at the racetrack where the kids can see it. So thanks guys for coming up and talking. You know, we really enjoy that. Thank you to everybody that is lined up on the fence, or dude, I've been in this hand motion thing lately. But everybody that's lined up on the fence that always gives me high fives and way to goes and tapping on my roof and, you know, smiling and everything after I come off the racetrack, because sometimes I'm not happy with my performance. I feel like I could have done better, but the smiles and all the stuff I mentioned is awesome. And once I get off the track and I make it 10 feet, I forget all about, oh man, I wish I could have done this. I'm just as tickled as if I won. So I appreciate everybody. Couldn't ask for anything better when it comes to that. Appreciate all the guys, like I said, and all the kids that come up to Hunter and it's like, oh, it's a YouTube guy. You know,
That's right.
Swells his head up a little.
That's right. Yeah, I had to go up the size on this hat right now. See that?
But
I'm barely making it through the doors at work in the morning. I had to get a king size pillow this weekend.
But thank y'all. We appreciate it, and it means a lot. So
It does. That's what pushes us to keep doing what we do. As y'all seen in the couple videos before, Kyle had touched on, you know, cutting it back a little bit on the video part, but just like the racing deal for us, it's hard to cut back on something that you love doing.
yeah, I dialed back some of the editing a little bit, but I still not dialed back
Content.
the content. Yeah, like I
Other
just,
than us just not being able to get it for y'all for unfortunate circumstances, like a 6 o'clock decision to go race and nothing to go record with.
or our camera lady having problems with her knee, or
And that's a big factor.
yeah,
Super big factor. Like most
She-
of the time our videos necessarily ain't good if she ain't doing it.
yeah.
So
'Cause we don't take the. I mean, it's not that we don't take the time.
we don't have the time.
We don't have. Yeah, we don't have the time. So
Especially this weekend, like he said, I mean, he was making adjustments on that car, and you know, Robbie was helping me with other things on it, and
he
we
was
did-
on tires, working on tires like crazy.
and
I was changing jets. You know, we were checking suspension parts. We were straightening body stuff out. Like we were doing everything, and had zero time to video.
but
so,
Sasha did get some video for us on us working on the car and doing that stuff during the little time that we had. So, I mean, it just, you know, big shout out to Sasha. Like she makes the videos come together better than us just going from hot laps qualifying to feature, and then us saying hello and goodbye. So,
yeah, she opens up what we go through. I guess what we go through that we don't show when it's just us.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, it's hard enough just two people trying to crew a car. Robbie helping this weekend
took a load off.
took a load off both of us. So,
And Sasha actually even jumped in and helped me on tires.
yeah.
So, I mean, that was a big deal. But, you know, you guys watching and giving him high fives and stuff, and even some people like this past weekend, Kyle had some body damage. I think there was, 3 people before I got there that was trying to tell him he had body damage.
Yeah.
Like, I'm telling you guys, y'all don't, like, some people don't understand. Nobody really does that. If it ain't your crew, you don't get told.
No.
And like that's just a big thing is like the support system. But you know, we really appreciate you guys watching. We do. And getting told about it. That's the biggest deal. Especially from kids, you know, because like he said, in me growing up, I had racers, even racers that are racing now, I grew up watching them, hanging out with them. And now they're like, I love what y'all guys are doing. And I'm like, I used to love what y'all were doing. Like, it's crazy.
Yeah, and other racers, I can't remember his first name, but he raced with us this weekend. His last name's Sabatino. Pete Sabatino.
Yep.
Races a number 7 car. It's white and red. Dude's super fast.
Yeah.
Races at some big tracks. I think he said Clarksville and Paducah. I think he even said he went to Ohio and some places and raced, but like that our YouTube is reaching there. So,
And the guys that we're even competing against are liking what we're doing.
yeah.
That they're watching it, you know, and that's a win in itself.
Mm-hmm.
So, but nonetheless, guys, we appreciate y'all watching. Thank you to all of our sponsors and all of the people that help us week in and week out. We appreciate everything you do. So if you like that video and this video and every other video, hit the like and subscribe button with the thumbs up. That's the like button. I just thought about that when I said that. But anyways, guys, I hope y'all all have a great week. Like he said, we're going to be off this weekend, so y'all will see some in-shop stuff.
Enjoy fall break.
Mm-hmm.
Be careful on your vacations and have fun.
Yep, always enjoy it. So, I think that's about it. So as always, guys, thank you for watching. Peace out, penguins. Did you throw the hand or peace?
I throw a good piece
Love
of it.
peace. Love peace.